Well, the match between the Russian world number 8, Svetlana Kuznetsova, and China's Peng Shuai is underway. We're in the third game of the second set as we welcome your commentators, Alicia Mollick and Alan Stone.
Second serve here for Shuai, trying to get on the board in this second set. Good effort in the first.
Dukes.
There's a slight weakness, Alicia, I think, on that second serve. First serve's pretty good, but the second...
Yeah, I agree. I think it's something that Svetlana can play on. Peng's toss gets very low, as we witnessed just there.
Advantage,
Peng's serve being a weakness is probably something that Svetlana would do more to I guess, influence, maybe move her court positioning up forward a little bit more, get into Peng's head.
Left, first serve.
Well, after a struggle, she holds the serve, but Kuznetsova with an early break in this second set at 2-1. And just a beautiful day for tennis here at day one for Medibank International. And after this match, we've got, of course, one of the great stars in the women's game, Serena Williams, and she's up against Australia's Samantha Stosur. So a pretty tough draw for Sam. You could look at it that way, or you could look at it a great opportunity to maybe catch Serena if she's not quite in tune to the new year.
Off guard and cold, hopefully.
Love 15.
It's a beautiful forehand by Svetlana. You'd never know that that was the shot that left her in the first set.
Well, she made 12 unforced errors on the forehand in the first set, which she lost 6-3. That was a major factor.
I think Peng missed that shot probably because Svetlana added a little bit more kick to that particular serve.
And good depth there. You could see how it really rushed Peng.
I don't think the shot down the line was really on.
Well, a good hold for Kuznetsova. Of course, 3-1 she leads, but Hawkeye's in operation for the first time here at this tournament. And one of the innovations.
It's something the players do actually love. They're given 3 opportunities during a set to question calls, an additional one for the tie break. It's only been used once here today.
15. 30 love.
I think it's something the fans do love, Alan.
Yeah.
That concept. I guess the suspense as well, wondering whether the call is in, is out.
Well, they're all experts and they like to have their opinion.
Yeah. I guess the only thing it does take away from the game is the unpredictability of the game. How players react to certain calls, whether they're in, they're out, whether they lose their cool.
Wild one there.
40-50.
Right intention. I just think she took it a little bit too easy.
Doesn't look quite as good, Peng Shuai, when she's moving towards the forehand side, and often forced to give up the two-hander and go for a single-hander. This is the weight of shot from Kuznetsova gives her problems. Again, good forcing tennis from Kuznetsova. She's the playmaker in this match. It's on her racket. Some great retrieving and some good hitting, particularly off the two-handed side from Peng Shuai, but
Advantage, Kuznetsova.
Just going for a little bit too much there, Peng. She had Kuzi on the stretch.
big chance for Kuzi to run through this second set, Alicia. Well, that'll certainly help her in that endeavour. 4-1 for the number 5 seed in the second set. Just a little light, fluffy cloud, but pretty much perfect conditions for day one, the Medibank International, first round women's singles. And we're on the Ken Rosewell Arena, which was appropriately named after the great Ken Rosewell. I'm sure we'll see him here during the week as Kuznetsova serves.
There it is, her bread and butter, killer forehand. She moves up the court so well, Svetlana. One of the better movers on the tour.
Pushes that one wide, but that's the pattern of the match. Peng Shuai is retrieving and doing it well, but it's the attacking play of Kuznetsova that's the feature of it. It's just whether she can just keep the unforced errors down a little bit.
It has been the pattern of this match. Svetlana has been setting up the points incredibly well. Where she has let herself down is just the pure execution of the final shot, Alan, I think.
This has been the best shot for Peng in the match, the backhand rather for her. Two world feeds. The other way around. So 5-1 for Kuznetsova. And Alicia, players are allowed to seek advice from their coach at the end of a set. Do you think that might happen if this is a set all in the next 5 minutes or so?
Well, Alan, it was unusual after the first set. Peng had a very convincing 6-3 win. She requested her coach. Svetlana did not, on the other hand.
Well, we will await with interest.
And more often than not, it's just a player looking for reassurance, looking for positive feedback. I noticed when Peng's coach did come on the court, he made her laugh, he put a smile on her face. We haven't seen that during play, but it was most evident at the change of ends. Lighten the mood a bit.
Much more impressive second set, this one, though, from Kuznetsova. She's finding her range now.
Wait, please.
Svetlana lost.
Kuznetsova's challenge home on the left baseline. The ball is
Oh, I must have thought it looked long initially.
Yeah, she lost the point, but she went for it.
So Hawkeye in operation for the first time here. Wow, that is in.
Svetlana the Hawkeye.
replay the point.
She's all smiles about it, but replay the point. Back to love 30.
That was a surprise second serve by Peng out wide. I'd like to see Svetlana step into the court a little bit more, put more pressure on Peng's second. It's definitely vulnerable.
I'm just a bit anxious to get the ball into that vacant forehand corner. Overhitting, it's given Kuznetsova 2 set points here to tie up this first round match.
Let first.
That'll do it for the number lead. Svetlana Kuznetsova takes the second set 6 games to 1 in 29 minutes. We are at 1 set all.
More risk, please. More risk.
And that's Tarek Benabi from France.
Come on.
Here is the new coach, Peng Shuai, and he was really giving us some serious instruction there. You're being too passive. You're not taking enough risks. You've got to go back to do what you did the first set. And I'm not sure if Peng understood him.
Oh, he was talking pretty quick.
He was talking pretty quickly.
Imparting his wisdom. He did say, use your courage, fight, take some risks, hit hard cross court, but don't miss.
That's all very easy, isn't it, if you're the coach?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see what happens. Third set, Kuznetsova to serve. She elected not to call for her coach, who's Olga Morozova, the former Wimbledon finalist.
This game here is key for both girls to get that mental edge, the mental advantage. It's always nice winning the first game of the third set.
Oh yeah, it's worth a challenge. Challenged immediately by Svetlana.
She was successful last time.
Not this time.
15-all. Kuznetsova has 2 challenges remaining.
A brilliant second serve there. Heavy, a lot of work on it, biting into the court. Major differences between these two players.
You're absolutely right, Alan. There is a big difference between these two players. Svetlana does have the technique where she can hit high and heavy. She can change it up. Peng with the 2 hands, obviously very one-dimensional. Loves hitting flat and hard.
That's pretty good indeed. The 1-2 punch. Slice serve out wide, exposing the backhand corner, which she had no trouble finding. So we have a look at those second set highlights.
Peng does love her forehand, but again for Svetlana, she needs to play to Peng's strength to open up her weakness, being her backhand on the run. Great display there. Quick look at the second set stats. It's pretty good serving percentage from both players, but look at the percentage of points won when Kuznetsova gets her first serve in. I think the crowd thought that was still in play, Alan.
Yes.
That's a brilliant point. Not just hitting, but I'd say movement from Svetlana Kuznetsova. One of the best movers. Legs. Was pushed wide and managed to get the ball back plenty of times. Just pushing Peng shot.
Well, we mentioned that Peng's coach told us he was too passive. She's got to go for more and take risks. But when you're being pushed around like this, being pushed around, it's hard to take the risks.
30-15.
A better kicking serve from Peng. Really got it to bite and kick up.
Game on. One game on.
The hero of the Davis Cup against Radek Stepanek, the very excitable Radek Stepanek.
Well, Svetlana Kuznetsova not holding back there. Working away inwards, that's what she needs to do. And that's pure confidence, often a difficult shot. Shoulder height down the line. I think she's just worried about placing the serve. Dropped a little bit of pace off it. Peng was able to step in.
Let first serve.
A nice variation there, a kick to the forehand instead of the more common kick to the Peng's backhand. Opened up the court for Kuznetsova. Very clean winner.
Game
another good second serve from Kuznetsova, so we're on serve in the third set. I think favour Kuznetsova though, with her experience. 2-1. So quite a good crowd building up for first day's play here at home Bush Bay, Medibank International. Terrific lineup of players. You're watching one of the world's great ones here. She's having a bit of a struggle, but finding a game now. Svetlana Kuznetsova against Peng Shuai. It's still on serve, though, in the third set. 1-2.
Below 15.
Why wouldn't you be lining up, Alan, when you have the likes of Serena Williams and Sam Stosur coming up next?
Yes, what a first round match that is.
Crowd pleaser, I bet. The girls will like the fact the sun has gone away for a little while. Bit of respite. That's a very impressive backhand. 3 metres from behind the baseline there. Peng going down the line. High risk. She made it.
I'm not sure about that choice of shot from her there, though, at 15.30. Could have really just hit it down the line and assumed net position. She obviously didn't want a volley. She went for the risky drop shot, made the error. It's down break point. So the first break in the third set with the number 5 seed. 3-1.
Kuznetsova leads 3-1.
And don't forget, coming right up after this match, Serena Williams, the number 1 seed, the number 2 player in the world, up against Australia's Samantha Stosur. So perhaps a great opportunity for Sam. Well, it's always a great opportunity playing the great players, but perhaps an opportunity before Serena hits top form.
Left. First serve.
Great serve by Svetlana. That's the way I would look at that match, Alan. If I was Sam, I'd be very excited to play Serena first round rather than when she's warmed up, quarters or semis.
Well, again, it's the kick serve that does the damage. It really stretches Peng, so you can only return the ball short. And then
40 low.
Kuznetsova can take advantage of it. And she's really starting to find her form now. A little scratchy to start with. Made a lot of unforced errors in the first set, but she's really getting on top of things now.
Not a bad return there. I just feel like Svetlana is not doubting herself so much. She's hitting right through her forehands, not hesitating. That was obviously an issue the first couple of sets, or more so in the first.
So Kuznetsova on a roll here, 4-1, third set.
Kuznetsova leads 4 games.
Kuznetsova, the former US Open champ, starting to really show authority here, her form. She hasn't changed the tactics. She was a little bit astray in the first set, but that didn't bother her when she lost at 6-3. Moved her feet a little better on the forehand side since then, and is well placed now at 4-1 up in the third. The drink bottle's just blown out onto the court.
That move forward, I think, was on. She just hesitated slightly before moving forward. I'm not seeing much of a change-up from Peng Allen.
No, I think what you see is what you get. She's really, as you said, very good hitter from the back of the court with those two-handed shots, but not too comfortable at the net. Well, that's better after the previous volley.
15-all.
She certainly made up for it. I'm not seeing much of a B plan. She's 4-1 down.
Ms. Kuznesova's challenging the call. On the left baseline, the ball is called out.
Well, it wasn't a challenge with a great conviction, I don't think, from Svetlana there.
I agree. But it's 4-1. Why not use it?
Ms. Kuznetsova has one challenge remaining.
Great finish to the rally there by Svetlana, but the first 5 hits were straight up and down the middle of the court. Well, Peng able to pull off that backhand down the line. Probably not something that a coach would encourage. She pulled it off.
Kuznetsova leads 4-2.
Well, she did well there. Peng Shuai to hang on to a serve. It was all over if she didn't do that, but she came up with some terrific backhand down the line, which has been her best shot, and then a nice little bit of innovation there with that angle volley, so she's trying hard.
Sounds a bit like Flushing Meadows with the air traffic we've had here today, Alan.
Yes.
Very low.
Wow. There it is again, the jump backhand, but I think it was set up with Svetlana's kick serve to the forehand. It's something she hasn't used too often, but has been very effective.
Peng is challenging the call on the left near sideline. The ball is called good.
I'm tipping good.
Good.
30.
Well, good opportunity here for Peng. She has really chased every ball hard right from the start. She got rewarded in the first set, overpowered in the second. Down an early break here in the third, but an opportunity to get right back in here. She's able to take it with the error. So fine fighting tennis from Peng Shuai as she brings the score back to 3-4 on serve now in the third set.
4 games to 3. Time.
And time has been called by Lynn Welsh, although both players haven't made any move. Now, Svetlana is first to resume the battle. Let an opportunity slip in that last game when she dropped a serve. She was really well on top the last set and a half, 6-1, 4-2. So a little bit of a surprise, Alicia.
Yeah, big difference, being 4-3 up. Returning serve now. She had the chance to be 5-2 and returning.
Three, 4.
Love 15.
I think it's very important now for Kuznetsova to stay aggressive. That was a great get by Svetlana. She does love sliding on these hard courts. Unfortunately, the ball did drop too short. I'd like to know who taught her that shot, Alan.
Oh, it's been a stunning shot right from the start. The two-hander down the line off the backhand wing.
Yeah, where can you buy it?
And she is on full stretch there with the two-hand, wide and low. Magnificent shot.
Well, she tried it again, probably a little bit too far out of position to go down the line then.
Smart serve at 30 all, the slider out wide. There's Tarek Benabit, her coach, former French player, and I think he was a long-time coach of Andy Roddick.
Deuce.
Well, that particular shot, the forehand angle, is something we have not yet seen from Svetlana. Just allowed her to get Peng off court, take the two hands off. Svetlana finished that point very well. I feel she did have the opportunity to move in and take the ball out of the air. That's something the better girls won't let her get away with.
Despair for Peng. Maybe a little bit of problems with the sun.
5 games to 3.
And don't forget, coming right up, husband played okay. See how she goes.
Number 15.
Well, Peng with the less favoured one hand. Was very fortunate to come up with that winner. At this point, Alan, critical. Big difference between 30-15 and serving for the match, or 15-30.
Well, that brings up match point. Peng Shuai's really fought hard and looked pretty good in that first set, although there were quite a few errors coming from the racket of Kuznetsova.
Deuce.
Svetlana would be very disappointed with that. It's not the way you'd like your first match point to end.
Let's for serve. Kuznetsova.
Well, unbelievably spectacular volley to bring up match point. That was a fine backhand down the line from Peng. Gee, she'd have been happy with that. But what a response. Match point number 2. Same as the first match point. Went for an aggressive second serve down the centre.
Can put that down to anxiety, nerves, pressure. This wonderful game of tennis.
Advantage. Kuznetsova.
Slight contrast there, Alan.
Well, surely she won't, if she serves a fault, go for a second service ace down the tee on this third match point. And a clenched fist for the number 5 seed.
6-3.
Good performance from Kuznetsova after she dropped the first set, where she made way too many errors, particularly on that forehand side, but came back pretty strongly. 6-1 in the second, early break in the third. As she receives and acknowledges the applause from the crowd. But I think she'll be pretty happy in the end. Alicia, 6-3 in the third.
Absolutely. Not a convincing win, but that's all you want at this stage in the season. You're warming up for the Australian Open. Here we have a few highlights. The kick serve from Kuznetsova, setting up a heap of points, getting Peng en range. She probably could have made her way to the net a couple more times during the match, but did what she needed to do to get out of it. I was very impressed with the way she continued to go for a forehand. You can see there Peng with a favoured backhand down the line. I think in the end, the aggression of Svetlana just prevailing.
So she'll be pretty happy with that in the end. First match of the tournament. And gives us the opportunity to have a look at the stats, Alicia.
I think we notice mostly, I guess, unforced errors were quite even. I think, as I mentioned earlier, aggression probably was the main factor there. Svetlana did go for a lot more shots. Ace is very even. I think a large factor there is the first serves in. Svetlana with a very high percentage at 79%. Peng Shuai's second serve falling away a lot more than Svetlana Kuznetsova's.
So in the end, Svetlana Kuznetsova threw in 3 sets, 3-6, 6-1, 6-3 to advance to the second round.